Hi, thank you for joining me on Dishing with me, Heather D. And today we have another great recipe. And this recipe can be used anytime during the year, not just the fall or the holiday seasons, but you can even use this in the summertime. It's a nice little appetizer dish that I believe everyone will enjoy. And this is the cheese ball dip. Now they have so many different recipes on how you can make this, but this particular one has a little bit of a twist, just in case you don't have all those necessary ingredients, but it will still have the very best flavor and all the meat and all the stuff that is put into it. Yeah, I believe your family will enjoy it. So come on and watch me and see how I put this together. So our recipe is going to start out with the butt egg lunch meat, and you can use beef or corned beef. This recipe is very versatile, so you don't necessarily have to use these ingredients, but I'm just showing you how I make my cheese ball dip. So right here I have beef and the corned beef. You can do 2 corned beef or you can do 2 beef, however your taste buds is. And this is the meat that I have already chopped up. This is fresh parsley that is chopped up, and you can use how little or how much. If you don't have fresh, you can use dry. Just make sure you have the portion. This is about a good 3 to 4 tablespoons of chopped fresh parsley. So if you're going to use instead of tablespoons, you'll probably only use 2 teaspoons of dry parsley. An optional ingredient you can have is your bacon bits. I have vegetable seasoning and seasonal, or you can use Lawry's or the accent season salt. These are the 2 that I have. Now, depending on how much you use, because both of these are salty, I only probably use a half a teaspoon of this and a half teaspoon of this. And this is just for extra flavor. We want to have a little bit of basil, and we have onion powder. You can use green onion or fresh onion. My daughter is not a big fan of onions, so I'm only going to use the onion powder. Then we have our mascarpone cheese. We have cream cheese, and we also have some block cheese that I'm going to shred up, and a little bit of creaminess. I'm going to add some sour cream to this. But yes, there's our mascarpone, and I'm going to also add a little bit of Worcestershire sauce, or you can add liquid hickory smoke. I might add a little bit of both. Okay, so we're going to start out with our cream cheese in a bowl here. And this is just 1 8-ounce pack of softened cream cheese. That is the base to our cheese ball dip. Next, we're going to add our mascarpone cheese here. And I have all my cheeses at a room temperature because that makes it easier to be able to stir up. And this is just about a half of the container, not the whole container. Mascarpone cheese is a really nice, light Italian type cheese, but it gives it cheese ball dip such good flavor. And it's perfect when you want to make a cheesecake, which I do plan to share a recipe for that also using mascarpone cheese. Okay, and I'm adding a little bit of sour cream. Not much, but this is also going to help with the creamy consistency of it. And this is probably about half a cup. Putting all my trash to the side here. I always try to keep soapy water in my my sink, because I need that in order to wash my hands in between and wipe up stuff. Here's my fresh parsley I'm adding, and like I said, you can use dry parsley. Just want to do half the portion. I'm using a little basil, probably about a teaspoon. And I'm doing this step because in case you can't get the vegetable seasoning pack they use for soup, and they usually use the Knorr vegetable soup mix. Well, I didn't have any vegetable soup mix, the Knorr brand, so I'm just adding the seasonings and the different herbs that I like in mine. So that was about a half teaspoon of the vegetable seasoning. I'm now going to add some of my seasoning salt. And I'm going to also add a little bit of onion powder. Like I said, my daughter We don't big fans of fresh onion, but it will add good flavor. I'm going to add a little bit of the bacon bits because of the smoky flavor that they have. If you want, you can crush it up in here. Now it will soften up and give it extra meat flavor for your cheese ball dip. And going to grate in some of the, this is about a 3-inch in width, so probably close to 1/3 of your 8-ounce block of cheese. Now, if you want, you can have some shredded cheese already. I did not have shredded cheese, and I forgot to get some when I went to the store. So I am manually grating this as fast as possible. As a matter of fact, we'll come back to this once this whole block is grated. Okay, so I have all my cheese grated now, and I'm only adding about not even a full cap. Just going to add like a couple little drops of my liquid hickory smoke. And this is in place of the Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire sauce, however you pronounce it. That is going to give this cheese ball dip a really nice smoky flavor. Oh, so good. Now for the star of the show, the meat. And those are 2 full packets I just cut up into pieces. And now I'm just going to go ahead and stir this all up. And you want to make sure this is well combined. And then we'll be right back. I'm going to stir this all together. So this is what the cheese ball dip looks like. Using a spatula, I was able to clean up my sides a little bit after I mixed it up. But if you want, you can put this inside of a round container where you can form this into a ball better. Or you can place it in plastic wrap and roll it up and form it into a ball. And place it in the fridge for about 2 to 4 hours. I'm just going to leave mine in the bowl here. And this is what our cheese ball will look like. This will be placed, I will cover this with plastic wrap and place this in the fridge for about a good 2 hours. And then you can serve this with some chips or with the pita chips or whatever, crackers. Oh, my kids love these with crackers. So we're going to let this cover up and sit for about 2 hours, and then we'll come back to it and you'll see how well it has formed. It is so good. You can also sprinkle this with a little bit more of either paprika, or you can sprinkle it with a little fresh parsley to give it more of a green look. But I'm going to leave this just the way it is. Okay? We'll come back. Okay, after about 2 hours, our cheese ball dip is ready. I actually let mine sit in the refrigerator, not the freezer. I let it sit in the refrigerator for about 2.5 hours because I had to run an errand. But you can serve them with whatever crackers you like. I have these Townhouse flatbread, crisp tomato basil and mozzarella. And I'm going to try it. But this cheese ball dip is perfect for any occasion, like I said. Delicious. It's perfect. So if you like this recipe, click like, share, and subscribe. And you can also follow me on Dishinwitmeheatherd 9708. And you can follow me on Facebook and on Instagram. Oh, I can't stop. Oops, went to the side. This cheese ball dip is so good. Okay. You do not hear me crunch anymore. Thank you for watching. You have a great evening. Happy holidays. And God bless.